I'm Jonel.
Hey, and I'm CL from the Jonel and CL.com. We're so glad that you stopped by to check us out. We really have some amazing things going on. We want to talk about how we were able to come together and acquire 20 properties, get people to sign off 20 properties, 11 of them being donated to us. So we decided to strike while the iron is hot and to show you guys a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes and what it takes to actually get to that point. There are some things that you must do to be able to get to this level. One of them, you got to learn how to think like a bank. This is something that'll allow you to dominate your market. And then we want to talk a little bit about activating the genius within you. Then we want to talk about some systems and mastery. But before we go into all of those things, we just want to have some good old regular conversation with some family, because you guys are family now. We're going to do our best to lead and guide you, show you what Jonel is all about, show you what CL is all about. And we want for you guys to be able to go to the next level and make quantum leaps in your life. So starting out, Jonel, just really talking about this whole thing, which will be featured in video one, how to think like a bank and be able to dominate in the real estate industry. When I say think like a bank, I'm really talking about the mindset that we have, how you become a different person, and then obviously how to use some figures and things like that. But just starting out, there's a mindset piece that comes along with this first one. If we want to recognize our genius, think like a bank, make more money, have more love, whatever, there is a mindset piece. And I just want to get your take on what does it take to really make that transition to be able to make a quantum leap in any area of your life?
I would say for me, the first step that I made was to make a decision that I wanted better for my life, better for my son's life, and that I was going to do everything that it took to get to the goals that I needed to reach. The second thing I would say would be the belief that everything I need to get those things done is already in me. I don't have to look for an outside source. I have everything I need already. So the only thing I need to do is make a decision and act on the decision.
Wow. That's some key things you said. Number one, decide, right?
Mm-hmm.
I find that people fail. And I don't care if it's real estate, relationship, whatever the case may be, people fail because we never make a concrete decision and decide to do whatever it is that we desire to do. And because we don't decide, now that whole belief system from doing the things, from going through the challenges, it can never become etched inside of us because we haven't made the commitment. And when I heard you also say that you know that everything that you needed was inside of you. And so many of us are looking for things outside of us. The reason that we don't believe is because we can't make a decision. We can't make a decision because we don't have the right information. And some of what we're going to be talking about as we go on and people get to know Jonel and CL is that you have to be able to have a high income skill set. So when we talk about real estate, this is a big money business. You talk about bringing 20 properties in a month. This is a big money business. So just want to keep it going. Just what does it take? Because the title is basically we're talking about 20 properties in a month. Jonel, what's some of the work that goes behind the scenes? And is this doable by anybody?
It's absolutely doable. I guess you can categorize me as a newbie in real estate. It's been a year for me. And so what I've done is a lot of marketing. So I've done bandit signs, I've done mailing campaigns, I've done door knocking, and I also do cold calling. So those are the four streams of or areas of marketing that I do on a regular basis.
Okay. And being in this, Jonel said she's been in it about a year or less. I've been in it for 20 years, so I know exactly what it takes to be able to set up any business, any city, any state, and to get your phones ringing like crazy. Jonel, can you remember the first time you did a bandit sign campaign? How those phones just started ringing off the hook?
Yes, and it was pretty much immediate. I mean, within a few hours, like that. And we put them out in the afternoon. By that night, we were getting a few calls. The next morning, the phones were just ringing off the hook. And it stayed that way. It was consistent for about a month or so.
Wow. And you just said a key word, which is consistency. This business is built over consistency. A lot of people do not have success. A lot of you guys are out there and you're paying for a whole bunch of courses and you're not having success. Now, I believe part of it is from the guru. I believe most of it is from you, right? It's from ourselves. So if we're talking about being able to average 5, 10, 15, 20 houses a month, we have to be real with ourselves. What are we doing? What are we not doing? Part of our book series too, this is like, this stuff you got to know, right? And you guys are heroes. That'll be our theme. That'll be our, what we say all the time. You got to know, you got to know, you got to know. And so because you do got to know, I believe the best way to help someone is to actually help them. The best way to teach is to teach. The best way to show is to show. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig in behind the trenches. I'm going to let you see what I taught Jonel, let you see what she now knows how to do. And you talk about consistency. Is it easy to be consistent, Jonel, if you don't have a system and a daily schedule?
Absolutely not. It's not easy at all. Like it's a battle. It's a battle, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're working from home. It's really comfortable to get comfortable at home. You'll see the dishes and you're like, oh, it'll take me 10 minutes to do these dishes. Let me go do these dishes real quick. Or let me throw on a couple loads of laundry. Let me put dinner on. When you have a bunch of leads that you need to be calling. So it is definitely key to set up your daily schedule and stick to it if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur working from home.
So ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is as we go along, we're looking to bring people in, teach them this game, help you take care of your family, help you to set up your own family empire, set up trusts, get properties coming in, not being a landlord, but being a bank. And a big thing is thinking like a bank. And I think we're going to go deeper into that on the next video as well. But these are the things. And Jonel is speaking from experience, trust me, when she's talking about trying to be the businesswoman and the house cleaner also. One of the things I told her, I said, Jonel, you got to decide who you want to be. I've told my son, you got to decide who you want to be. I tell myself, you got to decide who you want to be. So making the decision is the key thing. You guys are in the right place by coming here, putting your name and email right in one of those boxes around us somewhere. We're going to show you. We're going to help you. We're going to give you the blueprint. But I promise you, I do solemnly swear. Jonel, will you solemnly swear? Also,
I do solemnly
to
swear.
be real with these people, to keep it real with them, to keep it 100 with them. And we're going to show you exactly what it takes. I know a lot of you guys have spent a lot of money in different programs. Maybe it was the guru, maybe it was you. But we're going to give you a foolproof system, what to do every day, a marketing plan, the way to talk to people so that you can be successful in this real estate business and get the confidence that Jonel is now walking into. And with that being said, Jonel, let's just say talk a little bit about your confidence from day one to today.
So it's definitely grown tremendously. I'm an introvert by nature, so I'm not really that talkative, but through, the cold calling, if you're going to be in real estate, you have to be able to talk to people, which I don't have a problem on the phone, but, when you're new into an area, it gets a little scary because you don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions on the other side. But with the door knocking, that really boosted my confidence as well. Only because I learned what to say by a mentor. So your mentor is very, very key in your success in this business, especially when you're an introvert. If you're an extrovert, it's probably not that big of a deal. But for someone who is quite shy in that area, it makes a big difference to have somebody that knows what to say and is able to guide you through those areas that are a little bit scary for you.
All right. Some key things that I just heard while Jonel was talking. She talked about being an introvert. She talked about cold calling. A lot of people are terrified to pick up the phone and call someone. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to smooth all of that out. We're going to show you what to say, how not to sound like some bumbling, desperate salesperson, but to sound like someone who's adding value to someone who's in some type of distressful situation. That's what the real estate game is all about. It's a sales game. It's a numbers game. It's real life real estate. And here's the thing, guys, the reason we're putting this together, and remember, there's a book that's coming along with this, and you're going to get access to that and have the opportunity to purchase it as well. What I want to do is I want to level the playing field. I want to eliminate all the fluff, the magic beans, and the smoke screens that are out there with so many people getting into this business and failing, right? We want to change that around. So another thing I heard Jonel said is that you got to know what to do. So this whole program, you got to know, right? You're going to hear us say that over and over again. But what we're going to show you how to do is what to do when you don't know what to do. Right? So we're going to let me just raise my hand and take an oath real quick. Again, solemnly swear to help folks that come along with us and show them the real deal. No fluff, no magic beans, and no smoke screens. I need to get one of those from you as well. Come on, solemnly swear.
I solemnly swear to give the people the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth. Nothing but the truth.
No smoke screens.
No smoke screens.
Fluff,
no fluff.
Magic beans.
No magic beans.
All right. So with that being said, guys, once again, we're going to be coming through with a series of videos. As soon as you put your name and email in there, you're going to start to get some things from us. We're actually writing the book out this weekend. We're writing it out as we speak, and you're going to be the first ones. We're going to have a session this weekend. We're going to record it through audio. We're going to have it transcribed. We're going to put out some of the best information that I've used and done over the last 20 years. So before we get out of here, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. That's Jonel, and I'm CL. All right. So we're going to have a Facebook group up there.